Okay, so we're still continuing from where the previous chapter was, but we're moving away from Izuku temporarily, but we're seeing where he currently is, and we're seeing a lot of old familiar faces in this chapter, so let's get into it. The title of the chapter is Long Time No See. The first page showed a destroyed city, and they were describing that a Tartarus escapee was spotted in South District. In the next page, we saw Shindo Yo, hero named Grand, and Nakagame Tatami, hero named Turtleneck. Both of them were now in their third year, implying the new school year had started. Okay, so we're back to the Ketsubutsu Academy class that we were introduced to in the provisional license exam. Shindo, who was like the front man of that school, and then I guess the second could be considered this Tatami girl. As for their hero names, I think they were revealed in the second data book, Ultra Analysis or something like that. And honestly, I expected this class to come back. I actually made a video about their possible return. However, I didn't think it would be like this. I thought they were gonna come back for like another joint training or something, because Miss Joke and Aizawa kind of talk about that at the end of the provisional license exam. But no, it's because, you know, the world is kind of upside down right now. Another thing here is they're third years now. That's because, you know, it was revealed they were second years in the provisional license exam, because I'm pretty sure they said that it was more common for second years to participate in the provisional license exam, and also implying that the new school year had started. Well, here we go. We're finally seeing second year Izuku, or just we're in the second year of class 1A at UA, but not how we wanted it, but it is here nonetheless. They are heading to Taguchi Building to persuade the citizens who are staying there to defend themselves on their own to move to Ketsubutsu School. So whatever city they're in right now is obviously the city that Ketsubutsu, the school, is located at. And it seems like this is just a recurring thing in Japan right now, considering that there was like, I think it was 7 prison breaks. There's gonna be quite a few villains dispersed, I guess, almost evenly throughout Japan at this point. Just not where UA is, like the major battle hotspot, we'll say. And the other recurring thing here is the citizens, who are also trying to be moved to Ketsubutsu here. In the previous chapters, we saw that they were trying to move a lot of the citizens to UA, or at least the families of the students, because we saw Izuku's mom and Bakugo's mom going there. The citizens were looking down on them because they're just kids. Well, we are in a battle manga after all. They also argue that they doubt the heroes would be able to do anything if villains are attacking their designated shelter, where there are so many citizens in one place. They said that they had realized that they shouldn't entrust their lives to someone else, and that they should protect their city by themselves because they've succeeded in beating some villains up until now. I guess most citizens in Japan at this point have been defending themselves with like support gear. We saw a couple chapters back that, you know, there were citizens that were already doing that. So it's kind of almost like a ubiquitous thing at this point, because the infrastructure of the hero system and hero society is on very shaky ground right now. But before we go further, real quick, I just want to mention that, guys, I now have a Facebook page. Please check out my Facebook page and give it a follow and give it a like. I'll have the link in the description. I post videos on there too. So if you could do that for me, that would be amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Shindo argued that they might be able to go against small villains, but not Nomu and Tartarus escapees, because even pro heroes have died against them. So yeah, that's understandable. The Nomus, or the near high ends, are extremely powerful, and I don't really see the Ketsubutsu class being able to take them down. And as for the Tartarus escapees, that's understandable because we saw that there was so many powerhouses in Tartarus, and we're going to be reintroduced to one of them in this chapter anyway, but it's understandable that a few pro heroes have died against them, considering that some of them are just as strong as, you know, top 10 Billboard heroes. Shindo tried to win them over, the people they're trying to rescue, with a smile, and told them to let them protect the citizens once again. But the citizens were not budging, and Shindo ended up not being able to bring them to the shelter. Tommy made fun of Shindo for his failed negotiation because Shindo was so confident at first. So reading this summary, it seems like it was a pretty tense, emotional situation here, but I guess there's some levity to this sequence as well. I guess it'll make more sense once we actually see the page. As they were walking, Tatami got a call informing them to run as soon as possible because a muscled escapee is heading their way. But even before they got a chance to run from there, Muscular arrived. So this is what I was talking about. Tartarus, Prison Break, powerful dudes. Muscular, he is back. I mean, we obviously saw that he was one of like the prime people to escape from Tartarus back when that originally happened. So it makes sense that he's one of the first to be revisited here. Shindo told Tatami to run, get help, and help the citizens to escape, and he will try to beat Muscular. When Tatami arrived back to Taguchi Building, the citizens were preparing themselves to fight. Tatami told them not to do it, but the citizens won't listen. But then there was a big quake. It's like, yeah, don't try to fight Muscular. You're just gonna get smashed. Shindo was trying to use his vibrations to stop Muscular, but Muscular's muscles were so thick that Shindo's quirk is nowhere near enough. So yeah, in case you don't remember, Shindo's quirk was pretty much vibrations. Like he puts his hands in the ground and then like can send like a shockwave at you, kind of similar to what Jiro does. And we saw him do it quite a few times in the provisional license exam. And it looked like it was pretty formidable at that time, but I guess going against, you know, one of the more powerful villains here, especially with a quirk like Muscular's, it is not really that effective. So Shindo tried his ultimate vibration. After he used it, he won't be able to move for some time. So yeah, that, I'm pretty sure we also saw that in the provisional license exam. He won't be able to move for some time because I think he said that it like rattles his brain or something because of how, you know, crazy the shockwave is. But that wasn't enough as well. So yeah, Muscular is a beast. We just didn't know quite how big of a beast he was because he only really went against Izuku. Muscular was about to finish Shindo when a smash from Deku came. Deku was able to sense him because of the fourth user's quirk. All right, here we go. Izuku back in action, and I guess that shows where Izuku was at the end of the previous chapter. He's at the city where Ketsubutsu is located, and when those buildings were falling, or just, you know, when their big explosion was happening, he says that's a big villain. I guess he was referring to Muscular, right? Another thing here is that he's absolutely performing a smash. And it goes back to what I was talking about in my previous reviews for 306. And it's like, how did Izuku heal his body? Or how is Izuku able to move or even perform a smash right now? Because his body was completely wrecked, obviously coming out of the war. And it was established that it, you know, there's a chance it could be permanent at that point. But something happened in the span of a couple weeks to 1 month to where Izuku is now freely able to move here and perform smashes. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm just looking too much into it. Maybe he just healed and it doesn't matter what they said before about the ramifications of his injuries. Deku then carries Shindo bridal style, and Muscular seemed to recognize Deku's voice. It looks like the next chapter will be their reunion, end of chapter. So yeah, here we go. It's going to be Izuku versus Muscular round 2, and I'm assuming that it's not going to be as one-sided as it was originally, because that whole fight was obviously just Muscular dominating Izuku until the Deus Ex 1,000,000% smash at the end. I don't think we're gonna get that again. I'm thinking that depending on how Izuku's body actually is, like I said, I don't know how the recovery process has gone at this point. I don't know what's going on with that, but if he is fine, on paper, this should be not too difficult of a win for Izuku, right? But, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Muscular is somehow stronger here, even though in theory he shouldn't, because he was just, you know, in Tartarus, so there would be no training or any kind of power accrual. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Let me know what you think about these spoilers in the comments, guys. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And also, please check out my Facebook page. The link will be in the description. Please give me a follow on there. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.